me from. Thank y'all so much again for stopping by the live stream. We got a good one today. Of course, we always have a topic. But first, let me shout out the NTZ crew. I know y'all on here. There's Jacob Tanje. I'm pretty sure Elette is her name, not Elliot. I was calling her Elette Mercado, and Michael Beecher Life will be on here soon. Thank y'all really for what y'all do for the live stream. You know, we try to keep it civilized over here. Shout out to my old heads, Doubtful Genius, Can of Beans, Gerald Wilkins, what's up? Let's say I'm champion, man. Robert Dame says the 4M, really? Far back with the 4F. That's fair play. The real nitty gritty. Yeah, Robert, don't give my video away, but I do have to say that Robert was the one that gave me the idea. Thank you, brother. We chat every day. We were just having a nonchalant, we wasn't even talking about the 4M, and he brought that up, and I was like, yeah, I'm going to use that. Sam Champion says, good morning, Cal and Sunshine Shoulders crew, and good evening to all our good friends in the West. Met a brother today who needs and looking for a new life. Invited him here tonight. Hopefully he can make it. Yeah, also give a shout out to people like him, the new viewers and subscribers. If your first live stream tonight, welcome. I hope y'all learned something. And of course, everybody watching me on replay. Now, the topic tonight is, Filipinas, they get lucky when they date foreign men. And we're going to explain that, what I mean by that. And we, as foreign men, we get unlucky over here. If we're in a hurry, we'll get unlucky. We can't get lucky because most of the women over here are good women. Now, what I'm talking about when we're on those dating sites. When we decide we're going to get in the dating game over here, because it's a game, guys. It's nothing real about what goes on those dating sites. And we've got a special guest today, and I'm waiting for them to join me if they can today. What's up, W Secrets to Success Vlog? He said, what's up, Cali Cal? Gil Bellamy, what's going on? The peso is 56.03, man. It's shot back up again. That's really, really good. And I'm going to give you an example of, okay, people's like, well, how do you get your money over here? Do you use remittance, ATM? Okay, I'm going to give you an example of why I transfer my money from my U.S. bank account to my Philippine bank account. And I'll tell you if you're eligible for a Philippine bank account or not. But I transferred $1,000, and it only cost me $26 to do that. That includes the wire fee and then whatever it is their their exchange rate is on the back end. Well, had I sent that same $1,000 through Zoom, it would have cost me about $90. Okay, or any of those other places, it would have cost me about $90. So that's the reason why I do it. What's up, King B Stacker? He said the super simp checking in. No, we were just wanting some answers, brother. We wasn't picking on you, man. It's your money, man. You can do whatever you want to do. What's up, Kevin Kennedy? Okay, that's Elat. Jacob Tanje. Paul Fowler says, thank you, my brother. Your kindness and wisdom is greatly appreciated. Also, one thing I want to say, we as foreign men, we get a lot of pushback. They say that we're the ones who westernize Filipino women, but really not, man. I argue with you anytime you want to that it's Western women have more influence on westernizing Filipinas than we ever will. And I base that on the fact that, the European concept of beauty, description of beauty, or what everybody looks to as beauty with the European goes a lot further than just the color of the skin, just that white skin over here. I was in the gym with Maryland, the gym that Maryland goes to in St. Carlos City. As y'all can see, we're back home. And there's a picture of a woman, and she's in great shape. She's not a bodybuilder or anything. And this is the idol, and this is what they'll tell you. This is who we want to look like. And it's a white woman. And they have a whole lot more influence on the Filipina than we ever will, man. They look to them for, oh, what's the style? And the whole 9 yards, because I've experienced it. You take a Filipino over there, and they slide right into the role that the Western woman assumes in our society over there, man. But yeah, I wanted to do that. Also, I wanted to thank everybody for all your happy birthday wishes. That's EJ says, happy birthday, Cal. Can't wait to meet you. Yeah, it's going to be Sunday, officially Sunday. Thank y'all for that. You know, and of course, we're going to have to meet and greet at the same time. You know, if the weather holds up, which I think it is. I think it's going to pass us. We're not, the weather people are saying that they don't believe the typhoon that hit Guam is going to even make landfall. Now, it may turn into rain and like that, they're saying, but I don't think we're going to get hit by it, and that's great. He said, Robert Dame said, what's the radar show for the typhoon? It's going to miss us. Gil Bellamy says, rest in peace, Tina Turner. Yeah. You know, I think about, you know, I'm a realist, guys. You know, Tina Turner was 83. What a run she had. What a life she had. I mean, 83 is a long time to live, especially on the level she was living. I mean, how do we have to live before we start celebrating people's transitions instead of, like, you know, being sad or mourning? You know, I'm not married to her. She's not my mother. I would say we should celebrate her transition, because just like Sidney Poitier, hey, what was he, 98 or something, 95? And, you know, these people are just living unbelievable lives, man. What's up, Alex? He says, I love you, Cal. I love you back. Yusuf said, Calvin, did you hear anything about possible visa changes? I heard about it on Gio's channel. As far as what did you hear on that? Yusuf. Sam Champion says, Cal, tell them to ask their banks or credit unions how to access their money in the Philippines. Yeah, you have to tell your bank, using your bank, if you're using a ATM debit card, that you're going out of the country. If not, then it's going to send out that fraud alert. But one thing Sam is hitting on, make sure that your bank will even transfer to a bank over here. John had that problem. That was one of the reasons he was going back home. He was going to change banks. He was going to change to a bank that would transfer over here to the Philippines. Not every bank does it. So make sure your bank or credit union will do it. I've got Fifth Third. It does it. I just hit a transfer. Of course, I've already got it in the system, my account over here. You know, the account number, routing number. I just hit a transfer, put how much I'm going to do it. Boom, it does it just like that. But it takes a business day or two for me to access the money. King B. Stacker says, oh, wait. Yusuf says, okay, something about there's going to be a vote on changing some of the rules, that they will extend the first stay, to 59 days. But they might get rid of the 3-year extension, but it's not set in stone. Well, if the Philippines gets rid of that 3-year extension, it's going to hit them in the pocket. I mean, it's really genius that they came up with that. But I don't think it's going to change anything. It was 18 months, Yusuf, when I first started coming to the Philippines. That's still a long time. Whatever it is, people are going to do it. They're going to leave and they're going to come back. Yeah, Kamal says, nonetheless, I agree on celebrating the life itself. Yeah, let's get the thumbs up. And he says, and maybe a bit more than what I said. See, this is why I don't report on stuff like that. I'll wait until it's set in stone, because you're only going to confuse people. But, you know, people can make videos out of whatever they want to make them out of. But, yeah, I just want to let y'all know the meet and greets at the Morning Glory Grill. in Lapu-Lapu. It's right across from Movenpick Resort. Come on out, guys. Help me celebrate my 60-year birthday. Meet some great people. Enjoy some great food and conversation. It's from 12 noon until. If you're in Cebu, if you're in Lapu-Lapu, stop by, man. You know, have a drink or two. I don't drink. Also, I want to thank everybody that's went on Amazon and downloaded my ebook. I really appreciate it, man. We're at about 117 downloads. Let's keep going, man. I'd like to get it to 1,000. And I'm going to tell you why. Because once I hit 50,000 subscribers, everybody knows I spin that wheel every week. When I hit 25,000, when I hit 5,000, I spent it 5 times. When I hit 10,000, I spent it 10 times. When I hit 25,000, I spent it 25 times. When I hit 50, I'm going to spend it 50 times. Give away 50,000 pesos, 1,000 each to 50 of my Filipino subscribers. So that would help a long way in doing that. Well, it don't matter. I've already put the money to the side. But thank y'all so much for that. And in the next couple of days, I'll upload the setup part 2. Yeah, and Robert Dame let the cat out of the bag. We're going to talk about the 4F. That's going to be our answer to the 4M that the Filipinos play on us over here. I got a good one, guys. You know. Hey, Jabrassi, good morning, Cal. Your last stream was a classic. Hey, thanks, man. King B. Stacker says he sends his Remitly. Well, he says, I send it for free on Remitly to her card. I just sent $100 tonight, and she got $54.52. Okay, yeah. So it's 56. So they're taking 1.51. So 100 of that, 100 times that would be 152 pesos they're charging, which isn't bad for $100. Let's see. Cedric Josh has another thing in common, big bro. My birthday is your sobriety date. And we both bank at the same institution. Yeah. My sobriety date is May the 13th, 1998. But let's get to the comments real quick, because this first comment is going to lead right into what I'm going to talk about today. Big Dreams Philippines. That's what his profile name is. He says, no one wants my old ass in the USA, but I'm a rock star over here in the Philippines. See, we talk about how Filipinos get lucky in the dating game over here because they date the world. They don't know who they're dating. They don't know if the guy's rich, poor, somewhere in between, what his culture is. Does he drink? Does he smoke? Is he a wife beater? Is he on drugs? You know, is he going to mistreat her? Is he just over here playing games? Because there's a scammer side to foreigners just like there is to Filipinos. So we can't paint every Filipino as a scammer, and we can't paint every foreigner as a scammer, because some guys come over here and, you know, they just want a good time. They're not talking about getting engaged. They're not talking about moving in. They're not talking about getting married or anything like that. They just want to pound her into the ground for 2 weeks and go back home and come back and do it again. So Filipinos get lucky when they find, because I was talking to Marilyn before. We had this discussion. We still have it. She says, oh, you're so lucky to have a woman like me and blah, this, blah, blah, that. I said, no. I said, believe it or not, for what you do for me, as much as I care for you, there's 10,000 other women over here in the Philippines that will do the exact same thing you do for me. Okay, but you were lucky to find a man like me who really cared about you, who accepted your children as my own, who built you a house and lot, who gives you a life you never knew existed. Don't take that for granted. Don't think that that's every Filipino's experience with a foreigner over here. You get very, very lucky. I'm in great shape. Because some women, they find a man over here and he end up dying. Look at John. He was in love. They were in love. They had a good relationship, but he wasn't in good shape. So, yeah, Filipinos get lucky. We get unlucky because we be in such of a hurry to find a woman, because we're marrying and dating a culture, guys. These women, they really don't differ in a lot of ways. They got a thick culture over here. Most of the women you deal with over here, they're not scammers. They're not going to ask you for money. They're not going to do anything like that. I was telling my buddy Jack, he was, talking about all the characteristics of his wife, Jai, as if she was the exception. I was like, no, she is the rule. This is what all women do. When Marilyn goes to the market, and if they don't have what I asked her to buy, what she was going to buy, she will call me back or text me back and say, hey, they don't have it. Is it okay if I get this? Marilyn still shops at the Okay shop. Most women that you're going to deal with do. If they don't, when they start saying, oh, I don't want the Okay anymore, now she's changing. She's westernizing, because a lot of them do. They like that. It's just something they're used to. Okay, so yeah, Filipinos, they get very, very lucky when they date, because there's no telling who they're going to get. Is he from India? Is he from America, France, Australia, New Zealand, Italy, Ireland, Britain? Does he have money? Does he don't? Does he, because a lot of women here think we're wealthy. And I'm going to take a page out of, there's Michael Beecher Life. Coach Jay, he's my homeboy. He's from Kentucky. We were chatting yesterday. He's in Hong Kong now. But he had said on the last live stream, he said women over here think we're rich because they know how much it costs to catch a plane over here, a round trip ticket, and stay in hotels and all that stuff. And, I guess we are rich, compared to them. Remember, when you come over here, you're dealing with a peso economy. So they say anyone who earns $3,800 US per month is considered rich over here. And a lot of you guys are earning that in America. You're earning that on the job, at the factory, at the car lot, whatever it is. That's about $48,000 a year, less than that. You're considered rich over here. But a lot of guys over here, the women, this is what I'm going to talk about when on this video. A lot of women, okay, they think they're playing you for the 4F, but a lot of these guys, we ain't got a nickel, 2 nickels to rub together. They think we're rich, so they get over here, they get with us. They're beautiful, they're young in their prime. We get all of that and die with a smile on our face, but we die broke. And she's disappointed. So yeah, everybody's not the same. It says the global vagabond says there are many fish in the ocean. The problem is that most people choose bottom feeders. No Western mass for me, said Curtis Thomas. Says, I tell my girlfriend all the time she is lucky to have a good man and boyfriend like me who's helping to take care of her and her daughter and cousin. And you're true. You hit it right on the money, Curtis, because here's what happens. Filipinos, they don't really know what's really going on. They think there's more foreigners coming over here than they really see. Okay? It's not. It's very few foreigners compared to Filipinos over here. And it's very few who are really going to come over here and do the right thing. They think it's because their neighbor or their sisters got a good man. A lot of these men. Ask the young lady, you can't ask her now because she's dead in Texas, where that man, 67-year-old man from Texas, killed her, put her in a freezer, and then he killed himself. Now, she got unlucky, man. She didn't get lucky. She thought she was lucky for a while because he married her, brought her to the United States. But once he saw that, hey, she was backing out of there, he killed the girl. And, in no way, shape, or form is that what I would advocate, man. Let her go. Like the man said, it's more fish in the sea. Get another one. But women, if you're listening, there's far more Filipinos that end up dead in these relationships than foreigners. Look at the documentary of Murder in the Family, where the Filipina, this guy, he's a good guy, comes over here, tries to rescue, like a lot of us do. He tries to rescue the bar girl, gives her life she never even imagined. But you can take the woman out of the bar, but you can't take the bar out of the woman. She ended up, it wasn't enough for her. She got a Filipino boyfriend. She wanted the insurance and had him killed. But for every story like that, she's sitting rotting in jail right now. They gave her 40 years. But for every story like that, there's one in America or whatever from the black man. It was a black guy that did this in Louisiana. He killed his Filipino wife and then killed himself. I don't know why he did it. But these women were unlucky, man. See, so the Filipino gets lucky when she gets a good man. Men that we take for granted, we'll look at him like, oh, this guy's nothing. But the fact that she was able to meet somebody like that who's going to take care of her kids, buy her a motorcycle or a car, treat her well, give her the visa and all of that, she got lucky, guys. Trust me. Because most men that come over here, they don't do that. Chocolate Man Mike, Philippines Experience says, young women from the Philippines, be careful. A lot of weirdos, he says, sad. But see, this is what me and Merlin was talking about just today at breakfast. Filipinos really don't know what a good man looks like. They think we all look the same to them. We all look the same. They don't know what constitutes a good man because they're not just dating Americans. If they were just dating Americans, then they could look at the American culture and figure it out. But they're dealing with Russians and Ukrainians and all of these men that they're dealing with. It's hard for them to get a grasp on really what a good man is. So they have an idea of what they want, but they have no idea. Yeah, Kevin Hill said, Cal, just like we take the girl out of the hood, you can't take the hood out of her. That's right. But for every story like that, where the woman, the Filipino, turns on the man, because there's a lot of them, I'm going to say there's 3 stories where the man kills the Filipino. Because there was a Filipino man. Look all this stuff up if you think I'm playing in North Carolina. It was either right before the pandemic or during the lockdown. She killed her American husband and killed herself. And while the kids was in the house, he got unlucky. That man did. Let's see. Alexander Neverman said, what's up, Brother Cal? Well, yes, a lot of stories, guys. If you take the time to look it up, that can back up what I'm saying. Men like me and a lot of us over here, we're taken for granted. Filipinos, it's because they're so naive. They think every man that comes over here has good intentions. They think every foreign man that they see is rich. He's going to sweep them off their feet and have a good time. But a lot of them will tell you, they leave them barefoot and pregnant over here and broke. And they never see them again, never see the light of day, don't get any support. J.A. Brass, tell me how to pronounce that, brother. I hate doing that. He said, more men are starting to understand their value. He said, don't accept anything less than you deserve. Keep yourself in good shape physically and mentally. Yeah, that's exactly what I say. I say, don't accept anything less than what you want. You have to know exactly what you want and don't accept anything less than that. See, because that's another thing that we're going to talk about today. Who's really the prize over here? I say the man is. But some people don't think that. Some people think the Filipinos are the prize in this game because it's a game. Brian Kendall says, not the Captain Save-A-Hole. Okay, I'm glad you said that. Alex Jacobs, now this is right out of my comments. He says, keep the veins cold. Keep your emotions out of it and take your cape off. Yeah. He's the guy who got killed. He's common over here. We want to save these women. Yeah, Jacob Tante says, scary true story. It is. Tom Cook says, at least he done the right thing and put her in the freezer. Come on, guys. Let's show some respect. Robert Dane says, for him, you better check the genetics. Start like a cat until I'm 99. Yeah, see, that's what happens. But a lot of guys, they come over here, you know, they got a pension. And they are rich compared to the masses over here. But they're not, what the Filipino's not getting what she thinks she's getting. And when he dies with a smile on his face, but he dies broke. She don't get anything. She done played herself. Okay? But I got the answer for the 4M. Hey, Dive Master Ricky says, what's going on? I appreciate all of your info and advice. Rock on. Thank you, brother. But Peter Phillips, here's what he says, and this is a foreigner, probably an American with a name like that. He says he doesn't blame Filipinos for playing the 4M game. He would do it too if he were them. He said he'd do it in a heartbeat. But you can get food like that. You know, just because a man he's a foreigner and he's old and sick, it don't mean he's rich. So be careful. But yeah, Filipinos get very, very lucky, but we don't. Because we're dating Filipinos, we can just sit back and watch every Filipino vlog, all the vlogs on the Philippines and everything, and get an idea of what we're dealing with. Look at other foreigners, no matter who they are, and their situations with Filipinos, and we can get an idea of what we're going to get. But you can get unlucky. If you come over here, you're desperate, you're thirsty, you know, they're going to flip you upside down because they're cold. In a way, they're cold. Hey, Retard 2019 said, hey, Cal, really enjoyed your live stream. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. But hell, me and Merlin, we were laughing at each other. We saw they got some big Shirleys over here, man, but they call them Indie. They got some big Indies over here, man. We were on the bus yesterday coming back. And a lot of you guys like them big women. There's nothing wrong with that. Okay, he says, Dad Master says, I just came back from 2 weeks in Cebu, and even the sweetest little Filipino will try to play you for money, and they are hard to turn down. Yeah, see, that's what gets us. We literally take them for face value. DG says, I'm with you, Cal. 90,000 bucks. G says, shout out to Cal and the Sunshine Shoulders crew. Yeah, I can't play the Sunshine Shoulders theme song anymore, guys. The man wanted to, he tried to stick me up and rob me. Said I can't play it unless I give his girlfriend over here some money. Yeah, he sure did. Uptown 2112 said Filipinos date up with expats and expats dating down by Western standards. I don't know. I mean, what do you mean dating down? I mean, would you rather have a young, attractive woman, you know, that's basically going to bend over backwards for you? Or you want some big Shirley over there with a good job, a fancy car and a house, but, you know, going to give you sex once a year on your birthday? So, you know, it just depends on what you're looking for. Most of the guys who come over here, we're already established. So we're not really dating down. But I think that's where the problem comes from when you tell the man that you are the prize. He thinks, oh, she's young, she's attractive, and no woman in America would ever want me like this over here. So he thinks that makes the Filipino the prize, but it doesn't. Because what she's bringing to the table, guys, let me tell you why you're the prize. There's 10,000 of her that, and it's only one of you, two at the most. As much as I care about Marilyn, and as good as Marilyn is to me, what Marilyn brings to the table, there's 10,000 other women over here that will do the same thing for me. The exact same things, bringing the exact same things to the table. Some of them may even be more compatible with me. This is why I know I'm the prize over here. If you don't think so, man, why do you think they sit around and they brag about their foreign boyfriends and husbands and what we do for them and everything? You don't think we're a catch, that we're the catch over here? These women run out of patience with their own local men and they say, I want a new life. See, I'm going to ask them, what's a better life to you? I'm going to ask all those questions with my special guests whenever they join us on here. Because, you know, you hear that all the time. They say, well, Filipino wants a better life. Well, what is a better life to you? Jacob Tajay says extortion. Yeah, I look at it like that. Yardy says, don't put a target on your back by putting them in your wheel or even getting married or going into business or partnerships. You don't want to be worth more dead than alive. Yeah, that's what John said. Yeah. Mr. Passport King says, what? No more theme song? Yeah. I mean, I just did it out of principle. He didn't tell me not to play it. He just said, can he have $1 for every time I played it? And I'm like, well, damn, man. I only play the song 2 or 3 times a week. That's not even worth it. It's going to cost me $4.99 to send her $1. I mean, come on, guys. It's like, what are you talking about? Hey, Mike, thanks for that super chat. He says, what's up, Cal? He said, just finished Unspoken Agreement. Outstanding book. It was an engaging thriller. Looking forward to part 2. Everyone go download it. Hey, thanks, Mike, man. I appreciate it. And, you know, it's just my first time trying my hand at writing. And, you know, about the experiences, my life experiences over here, what I'm seeing, living, and experiencing. And, of course, I changed some events. I changed some names. But these are true stories that y'all getting, guys. I just use my imagination, you know, because I don't want to get sued or anything. I just, you know, tweak the stories to make them nonfiction. But when I wrote the setup, and I'm not just saying it because I wrote it, when I reread it, and I've got some editing problems there, a few. I'm working on that. I've got a guy here now, Dr. Eric Terry. He says, I'm going to help you. I'm going to do it for free. Now, I hope he don't hijack me later on and say, oh, you owe me for editing, but I don't think he's like that. He's going to help me with editing the books. But when I read that, I said, man, this is interesting. People are going to like this. It's the same as, you know how if you like a song, you hear a song, you're like, man, that's my jam. You know that other people are going to like it too, right? Hey, what's up, Jude K? He says, hey, Calvin in the community. EJ said, Cal, I got this old man in my building who's a pushover. This man really needs your wisdom. Yeah, man, we all need it because when I came over here, I didn't have it. Believe it or not, it was a Filipina that put me down that I should be dealing with younger women over here. I was 45. She was 41. She said, most foreign men who come over here, they date younger women. I had no idea because I had never been to the Philippines. She put me down on it. What's up, Link 1111? I know what that 1111 stands for. It was you that made me look that up. Thanks for the super chase. And congrats on your first book, Cal. Yes, it's a short story. Eventually, it's going to all go into one book. This is volume 1. Y'all appreciate it. But yeah, she told me, she said, why would you want an old woman like me? When there's young women over here who, you know, it's okay for you to date young women over here. I brought my American thinking over here. I had no clue, guys, that I could date 20-year-olds, 18-year-olds at 45. She told me that. So all I'm doing is I'm just relaying a lot of the messages back to you guys that they telling me. Hey, don't make me roll out of it. What's up, buddy? He says, I just purchased your book. The Unspoken Agreement, Stories of Love and Betrayal in the Philippines, Volume 1, the setup. Hey, thanks. Don't make me roll after of it. You know, I'm not selling drugs, guys. If you like to read, it's a good book. It's a good short story. I love short stories. You know, I'm a reader, though. See, a lot of people, they can read a short story. If it's a good book, I can read. I read the Long Walk to Freedom, or the Walk to Freedom, Nelson Mandela. It was like 900 something pages, but I read it all. I was here in the Philippines. See, if it's interesting, I can read it. But a lot of people I know, we very seldom, and this is a fact. Look it up if you want to. 75% of people, it may even be 80% of people who purchase a book never finish the first chapter. So if it's a short story and you keep it interesting, maybe they'll read it all the way through. Edwin Vega says, hey, Cal. He says, hi, Cal. God bless you and keep on keeping on, my friend. Thank you. But this dating down and dating up, I don't understand that really. I mean, if you come over to the Philippines, you can meet a nurse or a doctor. And if you're talking about you're earning more money than them, is that dating down? Is that what you talk about, dating down? Because or she dating down by being a doctor and a nurse, and you come over as a factory worker, and nothing wrong with that. Military, you retire from the military. Is she dating down? I mean, is it all based on finances? What's going on? Talk to me, guys. So I know, but I know for a fact that Filipinos get lucky with foreigners because you don't know what you're getting. I mean, some of these men that I see y'all with over here, I feel sorry for you. Okay? I feel sorry for you. Hey, Uptown 2112 says, Calvin, how can we get your book? The link's in my description of this video, and in most of my latest vlogs, if you look in the description where I tell you what the video's about, you'll see it in there. Just click on that and download it. Spence D says, I got the perfect song for you that I made. The hook goes, do she love me or love me not? Or do she only want me for what a man got? The song is called Love Me by Spence D. Come on, man. Send it to me, man. But this guy, this was a genius. This song came right out of the universe. This guy, the Sunshine Shoulders, we made the song famous. And then all of a sudden, he turned around and wants to be paid for it. I'm like, wow, man, 2 years later, almost 2 years later, you want to charge me for it? EJ says she's young, attractive, pays me $300 a month to stay in my condo, and has her own brand new Kia. No joke. Okay, so well, I mean, but is she giving you the tune-up anytime you want it? The front, the back. Is she the throat goat? Other than that, you know, money ain't gonna do a whole lot for me at 60 years old. I live a simple life. I mean, guys, come over here or wherever you are, get you somebody that, you know, that you can get along with. She doesn't have to be rich and all that. You know, we're competing with each other while the woman wins when we do that. Nobody try. I don't care. You know, your woman's job is not going to pay my bills, guys. Okay, that's all I'm saying. Her job's not going to pay my bills. I don't care how much money your girlfriend earns or what type of education she has. It does me no good. Hey, Yardy says, just download your book, Cal. Just can't wait to start reading it. Link in the description. Thank you, man. I really appreciate it. I don't take it for granted. I'm not going to put junk out there, man. You know, I'm not. I've got a guy on here now, Mark Goldberg. He's really an accomplished artist and writer. I mean, he's, you know, I can learn a whole lot from him. I'm not him yet, okay? But I think I'm on the right path. Roger C said dating down and dating up is all about perceived value of the person in society. Yeah. When you come over here, guys, you can't do anything but date down because you're the prize, you're the catch, you're the diamond. You can't go higher than a royal flush. So of course you're going to be dating down. If you want to look at it like that, look it up. You can't get any higher than a royal flush. So unless you over here dating royal flushes, which, you know, hell, you would have to. We don't have access to the women who have the royal flush over here. Okay, that's all I'm saying. So yeah, of course you're going to date down over here, but that's so, you know, if that's how you look at it. I mean, you don't have any choice when you got a royal flush. Yeah, the gamma effect said Western men can't understand the value in the Philippines because they look at it, they look at everything like, oh, I can't get a woman. Here's what Big Dreams Philippines said. No one wants my old ass in the United States, and I'm a rock star here. So see, that makes, he's saying he's the diamond, but at the same time, he's saying, oh, these women over here, they want me, you know, I'm able to get a nice, young, attractive woman over here. She's the prize. No, she's not. Because would you rather have a Stradivarius violin, which is maybe one, they make, you know, 1 in 10,000 people have them? Or would you want, you know, just a regular 45, Michael Jackson, I Want You Back 45, or 10,000 other people got that? See, the women we deal with over here, I don't care who you are, you can brag about all you want. There's 10,000 other women lined up that's going to bring the same thing to the table that she's bringing. You know, you just convinced yourself that, oh, you got somebody special. You don't. You convincing yourself that you've got the exception. No, you got the rule. We're dating the Filipino. We can't get lucky. We can get unlucky. So you're the prize, man. You know, why do you think people hit that? When they date you, it's hitting the lottery. Can I make it any clearer than that? You know, much as I care about Marilyn and much as we get along well, and as much as I do for her, she does for me, there's 10,000 other women that's going to do the same exact thing for Marilyn. I mean, that Marilyn does for me. I'm not fooled about that. I'm trying to tell you guys that. It doesn't mean take advantage of anybody. That's not what we're doing. Because most guys who come over here are decent human beings, but I want you to know your value over here. You know, if the woman starts acting up, you be like, okay, we got to call our bluff, guys. We need a stand the ground law here in the Philippines. They say, okay, you want to leave, then leave. I don't care how much I love you, know, because time is going to heal all that. Because I know there's going to be somebody else walking through that door. The Filipina thinks the same thing about us, but it's not true. She's not going to miss you till you're gone, man. She may have to suck 3 or 4 more dicks before she meets a good man like you. Who wants to? They're full of pride. They don't want to go through that. But they will, you know, and they're going to have to. If they throw a good man back, thinking that there's another one going to walk through that door. It's not. I'm here to tell you, you are the prize. You're the catch. You're the diamond, man. You got a royal flush when you come over here. All you have to do is make a little effort. You could basically have the woman of your dreams over here. But if you come over here thinking she's the prize, she's the cat, then you're going to be apprehensive. There's guys who have actually come over here to the Philippines and went back without ever meeting anybody. Or they had to go to the bar to get somebody. Come on, man. Because they don't know their worth over here. You know, it doesn't mean we're better than them. I'm telling you, it's a game. You're the prize in the game. There's nothing real about these dating sites, man. It's all a game. Will says, hey, Cal, this is Will Vaughn, Sam Champion's new friend, and I'm joining your chat for the first time. Hey, welcome, Will. Are you dating a Filipina? Or you got interest in dating one of the Philippines? You found the right spot. Well, believe it or not, there's a lot. Okay, he said the gamma infections, are there any that are untouched, meaning virgins, very low body count? So building, a lot of women are like that over here. You got to understand, Filipino people have a lot of pride, you know, especially this new generation. You know, they're just not going to do it. They're very religious, they're very conservative. The only virgin I've ever had, I met over here. But, you know, a lot of that is overrated. Virgins are overrated. It's messy. You got to teach her everything. I mean, you know, it's just your ego saying, oh, I want somebody that a man has never touched. And then she's not going to appreciate you really because you're the only man she's ever had. I want a woman that can appreciate me, that knows what a good man is. Merlin knows what a good man is because she's had experience before. She knows I'm a good man. That's why she's holding on to me. If she was young, maybe we're not even together anymore. King B. Stacker says exactly, when they date a foreign guy, they hit the lottery. You could not have said it any better. It is. And don't let anybody tell you that it's not. Alexander Neverman says, I thought the guy who wrote the song was a part of the Sunshine Shoulders Brotherhood. But I guess a Filipino got him. Yeah, they get us because he doesn't realize he doesn't have to stoop to that level. Okay? He don't have to stoop to that level. He doesn't owe her anything. Then he's going to try to use me to do his dirty work for him. Can you give her $1 every time you... He acts like I'm playing the song 24 hours a day in my sleep and everything like that. Gamma Effect says, I haven't dated an innocent woman in the Philippines. That's because you're in a hurry. They're out here, man. There's a lot of women, innocent women here, probably more per capita than anywhere in the Western world. They're raised like that over here. And a lot of them know the value of education. They don't want children and anything that's going to hold them back from getting to where they're trying to go. Now, they'll date you because you're going to get them there quicker. Yeah, said Phil Stevens said, Will Vaughn, stick around, my friend. Yeah, stick around, guys. Yeah, but yeah, you know, dating virgins, man, is really it's overrated, man. I don't want a virgin, man. Yeah, Jeffrey said, I tell like it is, Cal. It's true, man. I met a virgin over here. I thought, oh man, this is it. I'm gonna marry her and everything like that. But man, you know, we had to check out the damn hotel early. Yeah, left some damn bloody sheets behind. This is a true story. Beautiful young lady. And, you know, I felt bad about it because, you know, she was really into me. She said, you know, you're going to be the first man I give myself to. And I'm like, oh, wow. Yeah, thank you. Because now I met this young lady, believe it or not, in the store. And I didn't meet on a dating site. I was actually just messing with her sister. They were in front of me. We were at the Gisano, the grocery store in the basement in Lapu-Lapu. I was by myself. And the sister was in front of me. Then they had all this stuff. And I just said something to her sister. Because I didn't even know they was together. But anyway, make a long story short. The sister said, yeah, my sister, she's single. And we got numbers and changed them like that. And we were, you know, going back and forth. And she lived not far from Gisano. And she said, yeah, you know, you're going to be the first man I ever give myself to. So we went to Tamboli Beach Resort. We left there and because we didn't do anything in Tamboli Beach Resort. We waited. We got another little hotel, man. And this woman, she bled like a damn hog. Okay. And I mean, the whole sheet was bloody. And, you know, I picked her up and carried her to the shower and let her take a shower. And I said, I'm done with virgins. I don't want that experience anymore. And I balled up the damn sheets and put them in the damn corner, man. I was like, y'all can have them virgins, man. I don't want them. Robert Dame says the big D is like a technical foul in the last quarter of the game. Well, you know, I see a lot of Filipinos and Filipinas blogging about the big D. They don't have any experience with that. I would be very skeptical of a Filipino man talking about the big D when he's sitting there with the 4D, which is usually the case. Mr. Passport King said, Cal, is that Cobra Energy you're drinking? I am. I'm trying to, man, I'm going to tell you, that trip wore me out yesterday. And these things work. They keep you up. Laura said, astronomical odds are in your favor to meet a woman that will be thrilled to meet you. Yeah, over here. Thank you, ma'am, for putting that in perspective. But we think it's the other way around. We come over here, we're thrilled to death to meet a woman where there's 10,000 other women that look just like her that's going to do exactly like what she's doing and more, may even be more compatible with you, may have more in common with you. But you're not going to know because by this time she's pussy whipped you. You know, you haven't had sex since, you haven't had pussy since pussy had you. So she's going to do everything. Front door, back door, throat goat. You know, she's going to do it all. And you're not going to let her go anywhere. So you're going to let her treat you any kind of way she wants. Like, oh, yeah, like me and like you. Oh, you're lucky to have me. No, let's tell the truth. No, you're lucky to have me. Not lucky to have you. Spence D says, what's the Sunshine Shoulders email address? Can anybody put my email address up there? So when you meet these egotistical women over here, you got to throw them back, man. I put them in their place. Say, okay, you done met a good man. Here I am. You want to throw me back thinking you're too good for me, thinking that, you know, that you're the prize over here. You're going to go right. I'm going to put you right back on the shelf and then on that damn dating site. And you're going to sit there forever again. And you're going to be dusty as hell. Brandon Smith says, question, do you think it's a bad idea to marry and bring her back to the United States? I don't think it's a bad idea. When I did my video, Brandon, I wasn't telling people not to do that. I was telling you the risks that are involved when you do that. Because look at Sam Champion, look at so many. I know I got so many friends where on the outside it looks like it's working. And I want to congratulate Sam's wife. She's going to become a U.S. citizen next week. But some guys, Brandon, have no choice. They can't retire over here. They don't have a passive income. They don't have a pension. They don't have any choice but to bring their woman over there because they don't want to do the long distance relationship thing. And I don't blame them. I wouldn't do it either. But there's some risks that you run over there. I wouldn't bring her back until I uncovered every rock. I mean, I turned over every rock that I possibly could. See, the problem is we get in too much of a hurry. Okay? This is just what I'm saying. Al Rogan says, why? She won't be the same woman you met? Well, we're just saying that a visa is a very valuable commodity, man, that we just give away for nothing. There's a reason why it's so hard for Filipinos to get a visa to America. Okay? It's a reason why. Because visas aren't anything to play with. I wouldn't know this woman frontwards and backwards. Before I'd look at her family, I'd look at her friends. Fruit don't fall too far from the tree. I'd ask every question I could ask, man, but Pussy dictates why we bring women over there. Let's be honest. It's the reason why. You want it every night. You want her close by you. And you willing to pay that price like that, man. All you got to do is talk to some guys. If I could get a guy, any more guys on here to talk in person, we do videos where they tell you the sob stories. They tell you the horror stories that happen. They'll sit there and wait. Once they get their green card, man, boom, they're gone. You're never gonna see them again. You're gonna be heartbroken. Yusuf says, I can't get over how many Filipinos want to come to Canada to work. And they're saying the same thing. He says, I can't understand how many these Canadians and Americans and French want to come to the Philippines to live. We're trying to get out of here. But he says, the cost of living here is so high that most people can hardly cover their rent. Filipinos can't send money home in their case. Yeah, they've got one of the most powerful support groups on the planet. They will live 4 and 5 generations together over here, Yusuf. They're smart, man. You don't understand. You got to give people credit where credit's due. They're very smart. Okay, they've been living on far less. They're gonna pool their resources, and they're gonna make it work over there. They're not gonna be like us. I see it all the time, man. When my wife left here, do I have to keep repeating it? How powerful that support group is over there. She had no job. She had no place to stay. They didn't stop her from going back. I'm like, well, where are you going back to? The support group is waiting there, man. And they'll let her stay with them as long as it takes for her to get a job. Matter of fact, they're going to help her get a job where they're working. I can guarantee you 100% that the man she's living with right now, probably been living with him for the last 3 years or whatever, maybe 4. She was introduced to the man by the support group. That's where I got the idea for my support group, from watching Filipinos, man, overseas. David Williams said, Calvin, what is the problem with Tom Young? Why does he talk about you? I don't know him. You know, he needs me to abuse. I don't know the guy. You got to ask. That's a good question. You need to ask him. I mean, I don't know. Maybe he's a fan of mine. I mean, people keep saying, I'm not even going to click on it. You know, why would anybody even want to give any credit to somebody like that? Yeah, this is a black guy, though. I know that because one of my friends, he says he's my friend, Vince Lawson, he knows the guy. Tim West says, make them earn it. If they can get what you have easily, they won't see any value in you when she finally gets it. That's perfect analogy. We're giving them away. We're giving these visas away for a penny just because we're lonely and we're making her out to be the prize. We're saying we're going to take this. Oh, she's a prize. I'm going to bring her back to my country. You have no idea what you're doing. You have no idea if she even deserves that type of treatment. And if you're going to make it that easy, then guess what? She's going to take you for granted anyway. It's the weekend, man. Says I saw a lot of that in Hawaii. Many women I saw. What do you say? I wondered how the hell they got out here and how they were living here with these mediocre jobs. Yeah, because they'll pool their resources, man. They're not like us. They'll work together. Now, I don't know. You know, they say, oh, the Filipinos have the, what do you call it? The crowd mentality. Well, I don't see it overseas. Okay, I guess since they done got out, they're saying, hey, let's work together. I do see a lot of comparing what your husband has and what mine has, and you know how big your house is, how big, what job you got. But they get together 2, 3, 4 times a month, and they work together. Al Rogan says, I've seen Mexicans buy a shack, live in the shack, and build a huge house around the shack. Genius. Yeah. And Filipinos do the same thing. Guess what, Al Rogan? Mexicans send more money back home than everybody else on the planet. Guess who number 2? Filipinos. They remit more money back here than any other race of people, any other expats or whatever you want to call. Filipinos are second behind Mexicans. Sketch said, Kevin, appreciate your candor. Thank you. Yeah, we got to keep it real, guys. We're just having a conversation on here. That's all it is. It just happened to be the 336 people are watching, but still a conversation. I'm talking to you like I'm just talking to anybody else. There's no sense in us making it out to be more than it really is. We're just trying to help each other. Blockade Runner says, what if I keep my wife from driving and working in the U.S., just stay at home, mom, and garden? Well, I know a guy who's doing exactly that. But, will she run the minute she gets the opportunity? I mean, why would you want to do a woman like that anyway? The couple I know, I believe they have some type of financial arrangement. I mean, she's a nice looking woman. He was 50. She was 19 when they met. Okay. He came over for 2 weeks. He's one of them 2 weekenders, married her and, brought her back to America. They have a baby. They've been together about 10 years now. But he pays everything for her family, sends money back, tries to start businesses, but she won't work because his first wife ran off with his best friend. So he doesn't want that to happen again. So I think they've worked out some type of agreement where, look, you stay home, whatever your family needs, because when the mother got cancer, he paid all the bills, put them up in a nice condominium in Cebu. She don't have to do anything. But I wouldn't want you, I wouldn't want to do that to a woman. But, hey, if you don't trust her, why even bring her all the way over there like that? And they live in this big house. It's nice. But they live way up in the mountains in Kentucky, and she doesn't come down from there unless he's with her. So what we used to do is, because she's part of the community, 3 or 4, sometimes more than that, couples would go up there and we'd stay all night with them so she could have some company. Tall Barber said, Cal, how long is that trip to Siquijor from St. Carlos City? It's going to be about 5 hours. But if you were to do it in a car, it'd be about 4.5, because it's 4 hours to Dumaguete, then 30 minutes by ferry to Siquijor. Kevin Hill says, let them know, Cal, facts are facts. Filipinos believe in family. Unfortunately, others don't as much. World would be a better place to be, yeah. Tobias Michael said, what is an expat? Well, that's a word that I should have copyrighted. An expat is somebody who loves Filipinos, right? He's on these dating sites, but he doesn't want to come over here. He probably doesn't even have a passport. So what he'll do is he'll wait for you to bring your wife or girlfriend over to his country. And he'll hope and pray that y'all break up, which a lot of times they do. Then he swoops in and gets her. He doesn't have to make that long 20-hour flight to the Philippines, doesn't have to meet the family, doesn't have to go through the visa process, doesn't have to spend a fraction of the money you did, but now he's got him a ready-made Filipino wife. These are expats, man, and they dirty and they grimy. But an expat could also be somebody where he just happens to meet a Filipino who's divorced or separated. He didn't even know it. But now he's with her. But they never come over here. I met him all the time. At least 3 or 4 times a month, we'd be over another Filipino couple's house for barbecue, food, and something. And they'd be there. He's like, how'd you meet your wife? Well, I met her over here. You know, she was divorced from her husband, blah, blah, blah. And, you know, I separated, whatever it was. That's an expat. It could be somebody in your family. Could be a co-worker. Could be somebody in the neighborhood. You know, my wife's with an expat right now in the same damn neighborhood where I lived. I mean, you know, you guys don't realize, man, that she did that not trying to be nasty, but I'm pretty sure she knows now how awkward that would be when I do finally come home. Yeah, I don't want to walk into Walgreens and that's the first thing I see is these two. See him with an expat. But he's got an expat. He's an expat, though, I'm saying. He doesn't come over here. Okay? He never met the family except probably on...
No, Daddy.
Huh?
That's Mama.
Where's your mama? Where's she? In the bathroom, I think, booby. You know, he doesn't have to worry about the visa. I paid for the visa and the trips over there and back. And made that 20-hour trip. He doesn't do all that. And I trained her. So he has a ready-made Filipina girlfriend over there now that does everything. He don't even have to train her because I did everything for him. So yeah, that's an expat, man. He wants the next man's woman. Okay? And see, Filipinos, they don't understand our culture. We don't understand theirs. So she don't have a problem dating somebody on your job or in your neighborhood or even in your family. She just wants another man. Remember I was telling you that we turn them out, okay? We turn them out. We take them to a whole other level sexually and all kinds of stuff. So they're used to having sex with us every night. So then when you break up, man, they want that. They will move on quick. And if you think I'm playing, nobody moves on as fast as a Filipina. They'll be, okay, you can break up with them, and I promise you, next week they'll be with somebody else. It's like you never even existed. I've never seen that before, and I don't know why they do that. I asked our guests when they finally come on. Okay, yeah, I got you. Thank you. Yeah, Jay Brad says, next pet is he gets a tune-up and lube job without doing the work. Yeah, he gets it all, man. Without doing anything. It's you that do everything. He's just sitting back waiting. He's on the dating site. He may send a few dollars or something, but he's never coming over here. He probably doesn't even have a passport. He's waiting for you to bring that woman over there. And then every time she goes to work, what are you doing with that old man? You know, look at me. You know, she sees him in the nice car he's got. Maybe his house or his condo is a little bit better than yours. They have no idea. And then they fall for it. Yeah, T. Williams said, damn. Yeah, but it's true. You see it all the time, man. You're like, I saw it every time, man. And then guys be trying to, you know, telling me about what they heard about the Philippines. Man, I don't want to hear that. You mean what you heard about the Philippines? You never been over there? No, I never been over there. What are you talking about how dangerous it is and all that? Slayer says another YouTuber was saying Philippines was trying to make some changes to the visas. Have you heard of this? Not yet. I haven't heard anything. And trust me, man, when the Philippines does something, it's front page news. When I know it, I'm going to let everybody know it. I'm not going to speculate and all of that, man. See, I don't make videos like that, Slayer. You know, when they make the changes, trust me, there's one thing I can give them credit for. You're not going to be confused. They're going to say, hey, look, instead of 36 months, you can only stay 18 or whatever it is. It's going to be front page news. But genius, is all around the world. And the Philippines is no exception. They've got some of the most genius immigration laws on the planet. if it ain't broke, don't break it, Philippines, okay? Because you got something good going on here. You don't get, okay, they're not going to cut off their nose to spite their face. They don't get the big numbers that Thailand, Malaysia, and all those places get. So they have to come up with these genius ideas of how to get that money. And those extension fees are one way. That express lane fee is a genius, whoever came up with that. I mean, really, imagine when you go in for an extension, they got the express lane is 500 pesos or the regular. Now, the express lane means you're going to get your passport back when you're sitting there. So you better check that. If you don't, you may not get it for 2 or 3 days. Who wants to do that? But the express lane fees alone, guys, earn billions of pesos a year. Jay Brad said 355 watching, only 179 likes. Come on, guys. Oh, wow. Mr. Passport King says, oh, looks like Boston's going to survive again. Well, I tell you what, I'm shocked that they fell behind 3-0. He said, refresh the page, Phil. Johnny S says these guys are not real friends. But here's the thing. They're not your friends. They never said that you're their friends, but I can guarantee you this. Here's what I know is to be true. I've got a good friend. He really is a friend. The first time he came over my house, after I had brought my wife and son over with, the first thing he said to me, he said, man, you got a beautiful wife. And I'm like, it was awkward, man. I'm like, come on, man. Be coming over my house looking at my wife. But I was told, if you're married, don't invite single men over to your house. They're looking, man. They're looking. Kenneth Graves said, biological in their society, she has to get the next best choice to survive. No time to grieve a man. Yeah. Yeah. But it's true. I did train them because a lot of women over here, they're very naive. They don't know anything about the sex game. The missionary position is all they ever known. When you say, hey, I want the back door, I want this, I want that, you got to train them. And, Filipinos, they're very cooperative. They're very understanding. They'll say something like, yeah, okay, just be gentle, take your time, or whatever it is. But they're, that's what I like about them. They're open-minded. He said, I hit the like button twice. Johnny S says, it's all gambling in sports. Yeah, it's crazy, man, I tell you. Curly McNeil said, Cal's preaching now. No, it's true, man. I'm just telling you what I'm seeing, what I'm living, what I'm experiencing. In hopes it might help somebody. But a lot of you guys watching, you don't want help. You want to come over here and be a damn fool. You want to come over here and put the woman on the pedestal when she should be putting you on the damn pedestal. You got everything. What she's got and what she's bringing to the table, 10,000 other women. You think I'm playing when I say 10,000? I'm not. I can put a blindfold on and walk out there and pick a nice woman. We're dating a culture. We're dating the Filipino culture. They don't know what they're getting with us. Is this guy on methamphetamines? Is he on the opioids? They don't know what they're getting on that dating site. We know. We basically know what we're getting. So if you don't think you're the prize, man, that's bullshit, man. You are. It doesn't matter what she says to you. Hey, Kim Harris, thanks for that super sticker. I'm telling you that you are. I've never had a problem. Look at me. Do you think I'm going to win Mr. America, Mr. Poggy, Philippines contest or nothing? No. All you have to do is come over here and put forth a little effort, be a decent human being. And they're going to come, man. They're going to come, man. And you're going to be amazed. You're going to be saying, damn, Calvin, he was telling the truth. But if you come over here and you put the woman on there and, oh, I'm just so happy to be with her. You know, I'm just so lucky to have her. Not realizing there's 10,000 women lined up to meet you. Hey, thanks, Jay Brass, for that super chat. He said, guys, hit the super chat. Calvin giving pimp game. Well, no, I'm really, thank you, brother. Really, I'm just telling you what it's really like over here for foreign men. You know, the Filipinas lucky, guys, when she meets a good man over here that's going to take care of her. It's not going to mistreat her. It's going to look after her and her kids or her family or whatever. Don't have a problem signing that visa. See, they'll make you think that it happens every day. It doesn't. It happens a lot fewer times than you could even imagine. But the man coming over here saying, oh, man, I met the most beautiful woman. She was young. She was attractive. She did this. She did that. You're going to hear those stories till eternity. Okay? I tell you a lot of these hard luck stories because I want them to stop. I'm not telling you not to do it, but I'm talking about there's nothing wrong with building a house for your family, for your wife and your kids. There's nothing wrong with that, with giving her $1 million pesos. If that's your wife, if she's the mother of your children, your real children, your biological children. But we're doing it, guys, when we're not married to the lady. And a lot of times the woman's already married. The children aren't our children. Or we don't have any children by them. There's no need for you to do that. She should be doing that for you when you get over here. That's what, because that's how big of a prize you are. Okay. Ask your Filipina, when's the last time she's bought an international round trip plane ticket to go and visit a man? She's going to tell you she's never done it. Look at all the stuff you're doing just to come over here, just to see her. See, this is why the Filipina's confused. This is why she thinks she's the prize, because of all the things we do to get over here. She doesn't realize it's really the opposite. It shows you why we're the prize. Every man that's not going to come over here, 1 out of 1,000 men probably who watch me are going to come over here. Okay? But she thinks, oh, he's spending all that money to come over here. He's getting a hotel and everything. I must be special. There's a reason he's doing all that. Now, the reason he's doing that because he's the prize. He's the man you want. It's not because you're the prize. Lee Rodriguez said cows are child support in the Philippines. It's more like a gentleman's agreement. And I'm not a lawyer, and I'm not going to practice law in the Philippines without a license. But from what I read, it splits up according to Filipino law. The husband and the wife, they're equally responsible for the child, no matter who has the custody. Okay. He said a new law, the woman gets half. Well, see, here's what I'm trying to tell you guys. Most Filipinos, most of them, have never stepped foot in a courthouse. They don't solve their problems like that. They just don't. They'll go to the barangay. Have you ever watched Rafi Tufo? If you haven't, and if you do, the next time you do and they come to an agreement, guess where they go? They go to the barangay is where they go. And they sit down and you see the barangay official or whatever it is. They go to that barangay and this is where they iron it out. You said you were going to do this and this for him. Or you said you're going to do this and this for that woman. It's not a courtroom though. Hey, Mr. Passport King, thanks for that super chat. He said, Cal, I'm just matching Jabraz. He put me on to you. Oh, really? Oh, man, I didn't know. I thought you knew me, Mr. Passport King. You've been over here before. Tobias Michael said, I asked Filipino what was a 4M. She told me your mama. I lost it. She knew I knew. Yeah, they know you know. But we've got an answer to the 4M. It's called the 4F. And I'm going to talk about it. See, you remember I tell you guys that if you're 18 to 80, blind, crippled, or crazy, somebody over is going to love you, right? Robert Dame told me that today. He said, Cal, you're right. He said, I looked at Every Man Has a Story, and they interviewed a blind man. He's got a girlfriend. It didn't take him long. He said, you was right on the money with that. Okay, so I got something with Filipinos. This is what we're looking for. 18 to 40. Doesn't matter if you're single, married, but you have to be naughty, see? And we're going to find you, feed you, fuck you, and forget you. That's our 4F, see? And you say, oh, it's cold. Well, that 4M is cold. Don't prey on me when I'm old, rich, and sick, and quick to die. You know, the funeral director's on speed dial. You know, she's already shopping for caskets while you at the doctor's office. Oh, that's cold. You know, if you don't say that's cold, yeah, but we got the 4Fs now. As long as she's 18 to 40, because, you know, a lot of you old guys, I'm going to tell you something, who don't have a lot of money, right? Come on over here, play the game. Let her play herself. She think you rich. Okay? You might be sick, but guess what? You're going to get her in the prime of her life. She's young, attractive. You're going to die with a smile on your face. And she's going to, and you're going to die broke. But that's just how it is, guys. You know, so we got to fight back over here. Yeah, it's a good, Tim West said, that's a good one. Yeah, twofold ain't no joke, but he goes to the barangay. He don't go to the court. But we're coming with the 4Fs, guys. Find them, feed them, fuck them, and forget them. And then get another one. He says, oh, man, LOL, that's so wrong, but interesting. No. Do you think that's wrong and what they're doing to us is okay? You're going to get a man 1 foot in the grave, the other foot slipping, and claim you love him and thinking you're going to take care of him, and then he dies and leaves you everything. We're waiting on a special guest.
Shut up. Don't do that.
He says, your wife, he says, female says your wife is cracking up on the 4Fs. Yeah, man. Yeah, you're in rare form today. No, but it's true, John, because we have to strike back. We can't take that sitting down. I was like, wow, 4M, that's cold. You know, but it's true. And so now we got to keep the Filipina honest. Now she's going to wonder, am I a 4F? Is that all he's doing? You know, is he going to throw me back? You know, when he's done with me? Well, we got to keep you honest. Yeah, it says $90,000. G says, thank you. Next. Yeah, see? They've got guys mad at me because I heard about the 4M the same day that y'all did. No one ever told me about it. And they got people mad at me. So, you know, now okay. Yeah, I heard Merlin. Yeah, he said, don't play with the barangay captain. Put respect on his name. Absolutely. See, that's what I'm saying, guys. It's a lot you have to learn about the Filipino culture. They don't go to no court. They got that barangay captain. That Tanad, is that what they call him? I mean, and these people are powerful. And, you know, it's like a lucrative job. They'll kill you for running for barangay captain. Just like they'll kill you for you know, running for Congress or anything like that. Ozzy 411, thanks for that super sticker. Tar have as Philippine feminist movement currently monitoring this video. Why? We're just pushing back. We're saying, okay, you got the 4M, we got the 4F, and we're gonna use that. Yeah, Johnny S says that real brothers and old men that some women are waiting for them to die. Mostly all of them. If you're 20 and if she's 20 and you're 60, more than likely it's a 4M. Because in 15 years you're dead, she's still 35. Now she's rich with all your damn money. Mr. Passport King says the barangay gets things done. Absolutely. That's how it works here. It doesn't work the same way as it does in your company. There you go. Have a nice day. Said do the 4 F's to a married woman and watch her get even. No. Don't, 18 to 40, single, married, and naughty. We're going to find you, feed you, fuck you, and forget you. Okay, that's our 4 F. Get mad at me if you want to.
Really?
Get your chair.
I need to get in there.
Kenneth Ayers says, I'm seeking a good time there. If I meet a woman who's cool, and if not, I'll do the 4 F's. But see, it's nothing new over here. The 4M is nothing new. The 4F is nothing new. All you got to do is go up by English City, Subic Bay, Manila, and you'll see the 4F in action. They done got out of here, boy. That's why I got to tip my hat to Leah and Blair. They got their channel. They're finding these husbands. They're finding these fathers that did the 4F. Antonio Holloway says at Sunshine Shoulders, is it true if I transferred my money in the Philippines, will I have $500,000 over there? Huh?
Next time.
Come on. No. Yeah, unless you transfer $500,000 over here.
Why, honey?
Don't make me roll out. It says the 4M stands for 4 months. Well, yeah, if you're lucky. But see, here's the thing, though. Don't make me roll out of it. Y'all think that we don't know women who have. Okay, we're welcoming our special guest today. We're going to talk about our Filipinos lucky. Okay. Well, Filipinos get lucky. I know they get lucky. And we get unlucky. Now, what I was telling you is, what's the reputation? Now, I wanted y'all to meet Marilyn. Y'all know Marilyn's my girlfriend of 4 years, mother of Booby, my living partner, my partner in crime. I want to bring her on here from time to time to give it to you straight from the horse's mouth, so to speak, because I don't really know what Filipinos are thinking for real. I just, based on what, I'm experiencing, I do, but she's actually a Filipino. So I told her, I said, write down 10 things that y'all think about foreigners, and we'll discuss them on the live stream. What's the first one?
Okay, foreign men are all wealthy. That's what we think. That all the foreign men are all wealthy.
That we all got money.
Yeah,
they're all
got
rich.
Money. You all get rich. So.
This is true. This is what Filipinos think about us. Because Marilyn's not going to lie on her. I told her, don't come on my channel line. Don't come on my live stream line. This is what they think. This is how naive Filipinos are. But at the same time, guys, just like Coach Jay said, when you buy that plane ticket for 50, 60, 70,000 pesos, and you come over here, they're thinking this guy's rich.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And you are rich because most of the guys watching this, you earn it about 40, 50,000 a year over there. That's almost like minimum wage in America now. So if you're earning $3,800 per month over here, you're considered rich. So they think every man is wealthy when they sell you. But that's not a bad thing. Guys, remember, it's going to get you in, it's going to open doors that would mainly be closed to you. But that's not a bad thing. Oh, shut that out.
I did.
Yeah, because it's going to reverberate.
I just want to.
Okay. Okay, yeah. But anyway, okay, he says 10,000 US equals 500,000 pesos. Okay. He says Dave Diaz says, what's the chatter among your friends now that we know 4M? Does it make a difference? It don't make a difference, guys. No. They don't care that you know that. They don't remember. They don't care how you feel about it.
They don't care about it.
You know, they don't care that the man knows now. They don't care.
They don't care. You know,
because he's pussy whipped already. Yeah, if you're a 90-year-old man, you're lucky that a woman's even looking at you. Hey, Philly Boy 08, thanks for that super chat. He said, do you think it's appropriate for us foreigners to leave online reviews on business when we visit Philippines? Normally I don't unless it's positive. Yeah. But to be honest with you, man, you bring up a good point, Philly Boy, because I was just talking about this in my last live stream. I think we should. Okay, if it's good, good. If it's not, then okay, I would leave that review because you're going to save somebody some time and some effort. Okay, and headache. I don't want to go down to that restaurant and wait there for 30 minutes for my meal and it's going to be cold when I get it. And the food's going to be terrible. If you've been there before, go ahead and tell me. Same with an Airbnb. Does it have roaches? Does the aircon work? Does the hot and cold water work? How fast is the Wi-Fi? We need to know that. Okay, so they think, okay, what's the next thing?
Provide a better life. That's what all we know, that once you're here, once we click, we know that you're going to provide us a better life.
Okay, now, what do you consider a better life?
Okay, consider a better life for me, when I have a man that is a kind-hearted. Wait, let me...
I'm not saying anything. I'm just listening. When you say, I want a better life, what's a better life to you?
When we have a good man, provider, a kind-hearted who are giver, then we can feel secure in life. That's a better life for me because everything will be,
the bills is paid.
The bills will pay.
You got rice, unlimited rice.
Yeah.
Unlimited rice.
When you got a good man and a provider.
Okay, so that's a good life. The connector says at 90, you're lucky or smart that your man still works. Yeah. Okay, Al Rogan, thanks for the super chat. Said easy to die. Funeral home on speed dial. It is, man. Y'all think I'm playing, but yeah, they want a better life. This is what they think that we can provide. So let me ask you this while I got you on here, while I'm thinking about it, because I'm getting old. I'll be 60 on Sunday. Why do Filipinos think they're the prize? What? Because you told me last night, you said, oh, you're lucky to have me. And I said, no, you're lucky to have me. And why do y'all think that we're so lucky? I know, but it's not a fair exchange. Okay?
I know it's not a fair exchange.
You do think that that I'm lucky to have you because you're young and attractive and I'm old. So why is that why? Why do y'all think y'all the prize?
Because all you think that all women in the Filipino woman are the same. That you can get outside that we same attitude, that we same that you're gonna fall in love with you. No, it's not there. It's not like that, huh?
Okay, but what I'm saying though, I'm coming all the way over here, 8,000 miles, right? To see you. Is that why you think you're special? Because I'm coming so far and spending so much money?
We feel that we are so special for 8,000 miles and you just come over here and meet us. Of course. Who are we to meet us for 8,000 miles, right? They're spending a lot of money for us. And after this, we don't have anything, just ourselves to give it to you. And you're going to spend all your money with us,
Yeah, thank you.
Of course.
So, see, guys, we are the problem. But it doesn't change the fact that we're still the prize. But we're the ones who's making them think that. We send them all this money. We build the house a lot. We come all the way over here. 20 hours is a long time. Okay. This is what they think. Didn't I just tell you this is what they think? This is why they think they're special. They don't realize that you're the prize because you're the one coming over here.
Of course.
Even though, they're chatting with 3 or 4 men online, are they really going to come over to see you, though? You don't know.
No, we're chatting 1 or 3, 2, a lot of men. Because who is the first to come over? Because we don't know who's coming. We don't know who come really over here.
Yeah.
Who came over first? Well, that's him.
That's right.
Yeah.
So it don't matter that it doesn't matter that you got Pee Wee Herman. You're actually chatting with Pee Wee Herman or Tom Cruise. If Pee Wee Herman comes here first, you're gonna date.
We don't care. We'd rather you're crippled, you have a bullseye. We don't care because all we know that you're a foreign man is wealthy, provider, a good man, you know.
Mm-hmm. What you got on here?
Right. Foreign men are affectionate and generous. That's why that foreign men. All of you are handsome.
That's called the Filipino makeover. Because you get younger looking and better looking, right?
Even you're crippled. It doesn't matter. You still look young. You're still guapo with us, handsome.
See, this is what I'm saying. I'm just want to put you on the man of the Filipinos, how naive they are when it comes to foreigners. They think all foreigners are the same. We're not, though. We're not the same. But as long as you got a foreign man, you're doing something. You right? It doesn't matter if he's. But what y'all think about? Do y'all like Indian guys?
No.
Why? I mean, he's a foreigner. Oh, they stink. Well, hell, there's some foreigners over here that stinking.
Oh, well.
That's a fact.
Well, I don't know.
It's a
because I never tried that Indian.
Mr. Passport King says, Pee Wee, first come, first serve. Yeah, look at me. I'm a Pee Wee Herman.
Are you?
Yeah.
You're not.
But I'm just saying, whatever. Otis Allen said, good job, Cal. Yeah, both flights I took the PH got sabotaged. They are not letting me leave the States. Oh, wow. 8,000 miles and a lot of money that gets in their head. Yeah, that's right. But they don't realize that as much as I care about Maryland and as much as she thinks, she's telling me that it's not true. I'm telling you from my experience. She says there's not 10,000 other women standing in line that are going to do for me what she does for me. I say there is. You say there's not.
What?
There's not 10,000 women waiting in line.
There's a lot of women outside that they really want you.
Okay.
Yeah, just one click of you can get a woman outside there.
Yeah. Okay. So So why does the Filipino think she's the prize then? If that's the case.
Well, maybe just because they were thinking that we really take good care of you. Even that we're same woman, they're gonna do the same thing with you, but it's different attitude we have. We're the same woman, we're the same culture that we raised, we're the same what we do to a man that we take good care of them, but we're not the same attitude.
Oh, here she's got another one. Foreign men are kind. Now, see, they think this is what they think.
Yeah.
So what happens if a man comes over here and he's not kind? Have you ever had any friends who?
No, I've never.
That the foreign man mistreated them.
Yeah, there's a lot of mistreated, but
What happens?
Sometimes Filipino ever think that maybe, because I think both sides there's a story in the other side of that.
Okay. So what's the story? I'm saying, do you know any of your friends who've been mistreated by a foreigner?
Mm-hmm.
Be
it. I have a friend, I'm not mention the name.
Yeah.
Okay? I'm gonna mention the name. That every time that she wants something to buy, then of course she's gonna ask the
foreigner.
Yeah. But that is her husband already.
Okay.
So every time that she asks, he needs to do something and beat her first.
Huh?
Yeah.
What? Sex and beat her?
Yeah.
Wow. So every time they go to get a loaf of bread, you gotta get some head.
Something.
Otis Allen, thanks for that super sticker. Hey, the man travels. That man travels. Thanks for that super chat. He said, "Hey, Cal and Chad, I've been your subscriber for 2.5 years, watching your boots on the ground experience. I'm in Thailand now, but I'll be heading over to the Philippines in a few weeks. Hey, man, well, come on over here and check us out, man. We're either going to be in St. Carlos City or Siquijor. We're going to Cebu in the morning, though. Alexander Neverman says the young Filipinos on TikTok, the power of social media.
Of course.
Why is TikTok so big over here?
Well, you know me, I'm not really doing.
I know, but I'm saying, but everybody else is.
You do well, social media. You know, even whatever social media hits, then everybody's getting to that, right?
But why do y'all think all foreign men are the same when we're not? Some of them are Russian, Ukrainian, Indian, French.
That's what we think. That all of you are the same. You know, you're wealthy, you're provider, you're kind, you're generous. You know.
It says foreign men, they don't matter if the Filipino has kids.
That's what we think.
That's what y'all think.
Yeah.
Right. But that's not true. There's some guys watching this now. They don't date single mothers. They do care.
I just now know that. You know, when you have a blog.
When I have a blog, yeah. But I'm glad that you're telling us what's going on in y'all's mind.
That's yeah.
See, they think that we don't care. So why is it that some women will say they don't have kids when they do, if they say they don't care? They hide their kids.
They're hiding some of them, that they're hiding their kids because they just want, to get the man.
Yeah. Now he said, Calvin, I guess it's just a stereotype about foreign men. Mm-hmm. Well, that's what I'm telling you. They're very naive. You got to realize, guys, they don't travel anywhere. Maryland was an OFW, but other than being an OFW where were you? Where were you OFW? Singapore. Have you ever flown out of the country?
Yeah, just only.
No, I'm not.
Here I'm in Cebu.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You've never been to America. You've never been to Canada.
No.
France.
Of course, I'll be.
New Zealand.
No.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. So, a lot of ideas that come out of their head is because they're naive. They've never really been anywhere. So yeah, it is a stereotype. The Gamma Effect says, I would never marry a single mother. Do you have children, the Gamma Effect? Be honest. Do you have children? And then, spaces and places out there says, shit, no single mothers for me. Do any of you guys get children?
But guys.
And is that a double standard?
They're gonna say that they don't like a single mother, but if you meet a single mother here, you will say, I'm gonna marry you.
Yeah, the right one.
When the right one.
Because anything I tell them, they don't believe it. I say, well, you don't know when it was the lockdown. When I first started my channel, I was telling you, I was like, man, y'all don't know what's waiting for y'all over here. You said you don't want this, you don't want that. You're not gonna do this, you're not gonna do that. But when you get over here and she's waiting for you at the airport, perfect body, the long flowing hair, and then she gives you those magic words. You can do to me anything you want. You lose it. You start building houses and buying lots and everything. You start doing everything you say you're not going to do. Now he says, what's the quickest way to find out if a woman is okay with the unspoken agreement? All you got to do when you're chatting and she knows you're coming, you're going to say something like, okay, make sure you bring enough clothes because we're going to be in Boracay for a week. If she says, okay, I don't have a problem with that, then it's an unspoken agreement. Right?
Mm-hmm.
We never really talked about sex when we were chatting because we didn't chat only for 2 weeks.
No.
But she knew when I said, hey, meet me in Dumaguete. Dumaguete's 5 hours from her.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're going to Siquijor Island. She knew about the unspoken agreement. Okay. I never say anything. Maryland's not a whore or something like that, but it's an unspoken agreement.
But yeah, that is part of unspoken agreement.
Right.
When we met, we know already that when we met you, when you're coming here, that there's something happen.
Yeah, there's something going to happen, right?
Yeah. Because
you evidently it's something that you said that makes me trust you, and something I've said that make you trust me.
Yes.
As if, okay, this is it. Oh, I'm going to give you a chance, right?
Yeah.
It has nothing to do with, she's a whore, she's a loose woman, she's easy. This is just how it is here, man. I didn't make it up. Merlin didn't invent it. It's something that's existed long before me. I was just telling you about it because I experienced it. And it was the same thing with Merlin. When we got into the hotel, no, it wasn't the hotel. It was, what was it, Merlin? It was the Heidi's cabin. The minute she walked through the door, we holding each other like we've been knowing each other for years, right? And, you know, and the rest was history. Hey, Brandon Smith, thanks for that super chat. He said, thank you. You're welcome. Sam W., thanks for that super chat. He said, I prefer we both experience children together first. Yeah, and there's a lot of women over here who don't have children, guys. Y'all don't understand. It's a lot of single women, real single women, right?
There's a lot.
She's got a niece, but we're out of the matchmaking game. We don't do that anymore. The last person we introduced, hell, he's mad at us now. Mm-hmm. And he's in love with the woman. You know, but we don't, you know, we introduced him to her and now he's mad at us. But they're in love, you know, so no, we're not we don't do matchmaking anymore. But she's got a niece, no children, no nothing, focused on her career. Mr. Passport King says, Calvin's 100% right on the unspoken agreement scenario. You're going to say something, man. They're going to know. You're not coming all the way over here for nothing. And remember, you're the prize. You're like a lottery ticket. You know, they're not going to do anything to lose that. They know more about the Filipina than you. They know that if they don't do it, somebody else will.
Of course.
Right? Mm-hmm. Okay, what else you got on here?
Last one. The Filipina look good to a foreign man, even we're not pretty in a Filipina.
Yeah, we think all Filipinos look good, right?
Yeah.
See, this is why she thinks she's the prize, because of us. We make them think they're the prize. Just like I said, instead of us, you know, reiterating over and over, look, I'm the prize. Don't it make sense? You see what the guy Gamma Effect said yesterday. He said, why does the Filipina think she's bringing all the value to the relationship when it's the man who's changing her life, not the other way around? Now, the Filipina will say, like Marilyn wrote here, she wrote, because we're getting something here that we can't get at home. So that's why, you know, they think that they're the prize. You know, we're coming all the way over here because you can't get over there what you can get over here. So we have to have some value.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
That's what you're saying.
This is the foreign one.
And she says foreign men get lucky. Why? Because, okay.
So how to take good care of her man.
She said, well, let's talk about that. Okay, I said Filipinos get lucky. She said it's the foreign man who gets lucky. Mm-hmm. And one is, she says, because Filipinos know how to take good care of their man. Okay. So that means we're lucky because of that?
Not just that. You get everything. Did you have filled in a foreign woman there that it's your birthday every day?
No.
Oh, that's right.
Once a year I might get the throat action. But here it's every night if I want it, right? My birthday every night.
It's not just every day, every night, whatever time you want.
Yeah.
You got that. It's your birthday, it's your everything then. We always praise you. You get younger, better looking, you know, something like that. You're handsome, you're everything. Then
they're proud of us, right?
Mm-hmm. We're always proud of you. Ever you look.
Whatever we look like.
Yeah. Then we're not nagger.
They said they don't nag you, but they do try to henpeck you. But no, they won't nag you. They'll leave you alone unless you try to go somewhere. Then they'll get that long face, right? They trust you as far as they can see you because there's a reputation on there she didn't put that every foreign man is how many women that y'all think we have. Lots of women over here, right?
Yeah.
Why do you think that though? Well, if you didn't think the foreign man was the prize, how can we come over and get so many women?
This is why the reason why we chat a lot, you know, chatting 5 or 4
Men.
Because because we're thinking too that when you come over here, you're not just meeting a one woman. You meet a lot women too before you pick. You really like it.
Okay.
That's what we think too.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, okay, there must be something about us if we're able to attract that many women, right? The Filipino can see that, hey, having a foreign man, the right foreign man, is good.
Of course.
Right? That's what I'm saying, guys. You know, don't let the woman tell you that you're not the prize, because you are. Because, you know, I care about Marilyn. And, you know, she gives me everything that I need. But I'm not confused. There's 10,000 other women out there in line that are bringing to the table the same thing she is. She says it's not, right? You said every woman's not the same.
The same how because of our culture, but
right.
The attitude is not the same.
Yeah, the attitude is not the same. Okay. Hey, Jonathan, Maggie, he said you both are winners. Yeah, but, you know, it's not a fair exchange.
There's no fair exchange.
I don't believe it's a fair exchange. And thanks for joining the chat, Jonathan. Paul Fowler says, it seems the Filipinos understand the rules and we have forgotten ours. Yeah, they know. They know the rules, man. You know, Marilyn wrote this stuff down. I was like, wow, that's true. All that stuff she wrote down, you know, but you're right. We forget because the rules aren't the same over here. We don't realize that we're the man of the house over here, right?
Yeah.
Are we the man of the house over here?
Of course.
Okay.
We treat you like a king.
That's right. But why? But
we treat you only like a king when you're a good man.
Okay, yeah.
When you're a good man, you're a provider, you know. But when you mistreated us, I don't think so.
Can of Beans said, Marilyn like being on camera. No. Look how long it took her to come to get, you know, and I'm not trying to put her out there, man, but every now and then I want her just to give you the nitty gritty, really, because I know Marilyn's honest. That's one thing I really love about Marilyn. She's honest. I can trust Marilyn. She's not going to come on here and say anything that's not true. This stuff that she wrote on here, okay, she says, the reputation of foreign men is, we all think they're wealthy. That's true, guys. Okay, she says they can provide a better life. That's why they deal with us. Foreign men are affectionate and generous. They think that they give us the benefit of the doubt, man. What'd she say? We're all handsome. Yeah, we're all kind. They're naive with that, man. But they know how to con you, basically. They're some charmers, man. That's a fact. Okay, now read some of the stuff about, what's this other stuff you would write?
Filipinos are respectful and down to earth. We're humble.
No, but you're not there yet. You're here.
Okay.
You're number 5.
When we love hard.
Okay.
When we're really into you.
Yeah.
We really love hard.
So that's why men are lucky.
That's fine.
To be with a Filipino.
Of course.
Because when you love hard.
Yeah.
What's the next one on there?
You know, when we fall in love, we are faithful. Okay.
So why do we get all these stories then about women running off with younger men or having a Filipino man on the side? Where's that come from?
That's for
the exception.
Exceptions.
Yeah. What's the next one you got on here? You got
Filipino are.
No, they treat you like a king.
Yeah, treat you like a king.
What's that mean? What do you mean you treat me like a king? What do you do to make you feel like a king?
Okay.
Like what?
You can do nothing here in the house because we know that you're a provider. You can, everything you put on the table for us. Then so you're just sitting down there. Let me do everything. Whatever you want, just ask me. I will do it for you.
Oh, wow. Now, I don't know if I've ever experienced that until I came here.
Because they won't.
No, they won't let me wash dishes.
That's
right. And I know how to wash dishes. They won't let me wash my clothes. I know how to wash clothes.
That's right.
I can't even make up the bed. if I grab that broom, you know what Marilyn's mother do? Or Marilyn, they'll stand up. What? You know, they won't even let me sweep the floor.
They always ask you, what do you want to eat?
Yeah.
What do you want to something?
Okay, what's the next one? It says, what?
Know how to appreciate. The Filipino are respectful, and down to earth. We're humble.
Yeah.
Then.
Wait, let's stop with this humble, guys. Listen here. We've getting them out of this humility, because when the whole world tells you you're beautiful, you start believing it. Remember, I tell you that I'll argue with you to say that the Western woman has more influence on the Filipino woman than the Western man. It's true. Okay, when at your gym over there at the Viper, what's the picture of the woman who everybody says, this is the idol, this is who I want to look like?
A white woman?
It's a white woman, right?
Yeah, the white woman.
It's not a Filipina with a nice looking body. It's a white woman with a nice looking body.
Because as I told you that you all, when see you all, the white woman or white man, you're beautiful to us. You're pretty, look to us.
Yeah. And even the styles and stuff, they look to the Western woman. A lot of women over here are driving now and stuff like that. And eventually it's going to even get to a point where, I hope it never gets to that point, but it eventually will, with this TikTok and all this stuff. They're going to start treating you the same way that they see the women over there. They're going to say, well, if she can get away with it, maybe I can get away with it. Screaming at you and all that. But, okay, let's talk about, what are these down here? What's these?
What traits do Filipinos look for in foreign men?
Oh, okay, yeah. What traits do Filipinos look for in a foreign man that they want to marry? Okay, what? Tell us.
Some might want a man with a big bank balance.
Okay. Rich.
Yeah.
Some of them do.
Yeah.
They intentionally, they don't want a man, they just don't want any foreign.
Yeah.
They want a man with money.
Yeah.
But you said all of us are wealthy, so.
That's right, but there's a lot of much more wealthy.
Yeah. That's when you get lucky, because you really don't know. And Mockton Barber says, I'm washing dishes right now. Philippines, take me away. Okay. What's the next one?
Okay. Some just want a nice, happy, and loyal man.
And that's it.
That's it.
It don't matter how much money you got.
Yeah, how much money you get.
But remember, you think we're all rich, so on top of that, you want a happy man.
And loyal,
Yeah.
But we know you're real. Then, next is someone to get them into another country.
Like a visa.
Yeah,
Get the visa. Yeah, okay, well, he asked a good question, Alexander Neverman says. What do they consider wealthy? When you say all foreign men are wealthy, what do you mean wealthy? What you...
As I say, wealthy that you can really provide whatever the woman wants. The
house and lot.
Not just,
cars,
like that.
Like the money never runs out. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
But do you know that that's really not true? That a lot of men that come over here, they are wealthy compared to them. See?
It's different though, because you know how the poverty here in the Philippines, right?
Right.
And your country is different here. Mm-hmm. So all we know that, especially the value of the dollar.
That's right. Yeah.
So your money, when it comes to here, is bigger than the peso.
Yeah.
So you're wealthy.
So if a guy comes over here and earns 1,000, let's say $1,500 US per month.
Of course.
That would be about 80,000 pesos per month. Is that considered wealthy?
Of course. So
that's a good job.
It's a good job because that's the salary of a policeman
over here.
And
but not a police starting over here, right?
Yeah, not the police started. That's already a officer, really high rank.
Like Sir George.
Sir George, high rank.
Yeah. So if somebody comes over here, With 2,000, you're earning over, I'd say, with it being 56.03, that's 112,000 pesos per month. You would consider him rich.
Yep.
That's considered rich over here. Yep. 2,000, you heard it, guys. 2,000 US dollars a month, that consider you wealthy. Mm-hmm. So imagine guys who come over here and
because we're just
and having more.
In a regular Filipino, we just earned, let's say, 25,000 a month, 20,000 a month.
Yeah.
See? It's a regular.
Yes, a regular. Yeah. 10,000.
10,000.
So how much is a lot of money for a Filipino to have at one time in their hand? Remember, you told me. Well, let me rephrase that. Is 10,000 pesos a lot of money for the average Filipino that you know? Just to have it in their hand.
That's
10,000 pesos. Okay. Is a lot of money. Mm-hmm. She said it, not me. She knows more about the peso economy than me. This is why you don't have to come over and give a woman 100,000 pesos. 10,000 is a lot.
Of course, 10,000 is a lot.
So if some man is giving you 10,000 pesos per month, just giving it to you.
Well, that's free.
Yeah, that's a lot, right? A lot. That's not even $200. About $179 or something. But that's how we think in our mind. Oh, that's only $178. But to her, it's like 10,000, you know, because they're going to buy all kind of stuff with that. Marilyn knows, okay, I learned my lesson. I don't take her shopping. The only time I take her shopping is for shoes, like Adidas, because she works out. I took her shopping before when we went to the mall, right?
Yeah.
She never wore anything because you shop where? Where do you shop?
Okay.
She shopped at the okay. I can't change that, guys, but that's what we try to do. We come over and try to change them. Mm-hmm. We push them toward the mall. They don't want that stuff. They might want new bras and panties and stuff like that from the mall, but they're not going to buy all that other stuff. And if you got a woman who's okay with going to the mall now, that could be, she's on her way to being westernized, really. Because I spent $4,000 or $5,000, she didn't wear out one article of that. We end up giving it away because it's stuff I'm buying. I'm buying everything. Uh-huh. She was working. I'm thinking like, well, yeah, this is a nice looking polo shirt, but she's thinking it's too hot for that, right? Man, we do some crazy stuff.
I much prefer in okay.
Yeah. Red Lord Black Sigma said, don't be fooled. Big Shirley's in the Philippines too. Jollibee's on the rise. Well, we were just talking about that yesterday. I said, obesity is up in the Philippines, 1/3 of the population, and we were seeing some Big Shirley's on the bus.
Yeah.
But very few, guys, because I'm going to tell you why. The diet over here is going to keep them little, meaning 50% of Filipinos are lacking in protein because of their diet. 95% calcium, adults, because they stop drinking milk and, milk products. They'll stuff their kids full of milk. Hey, Filipino PH expert Prepper says, hi, Big Cal and M. My wife brought all her high-end bags and shoes from the U.S., and they sit in the box as there's no reason to even use them here. Okay, works. Well, it does. It's going to save you money too, guys. Just give her 100, just give her 1,000 pesos.
Oh, that's a lot.
Let her go to the okay store.
That's a lot.
No, Rick Payne. He said, Marilyn's so smart that she got you thinking you are the prize. That's how smart Filipinos are. No, I am the prize. The party don't start until I get here, Rick. See? Don't fight against that. Okay? Marilyn's smart enough to know I am the prize. Okay? She knows that because she told you that on the last video we had. She said she had 2 Filipino boyfriends, right?
Yeah.
She got tired of waiting for them to rescue her and give her a better life. That's the only reason she left them, Rick. Okay? She told you the reason why they like foreign men. We're affectionate and generous. We're wealthy. We can give them a better life. We're handsome. It don't matter to them if the Filipino has kids or not. We think all Filipinos look good. Dude, if you think that if you don't think you're the prize, then you've lost the game already, Rick. I can't help you. Okay, he's asking you, do Filipino women in general go to the gym and take care of themselves? No. I've never been to a gym. No. It's true, no. Because when we first started living together, what did I tell you about making a YouTube channel? Before I had my channel, I said, you should make a channel. I said, because maybe you could start something here, right?
Yeah.
Of women working out, because a lot of women, when they have children, they just kind of like give up, don't they?
Yeah, then they don't. No, it's not just give up. They don't have time.
They don't have time. Yeah.
Go to the gym. They much prefer to look at money,
Yeah, and stuff like that.
Instead of doing that.
But we were showing them like the 15-minute workout.
Yeah.
That's what we were gonna call it, because that's how much time it takes to go through those 8 exercises.
Yeah.
30 minutes, 30 seconds of work, 30 seconds break. 8 exercises. Boom. But she wouldn't do it. Now she's a damn gym rat. But no, it's not. It's mostly men in there.
Yeah.
And they're, they really into it over here. Fitness is big, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's really big, guys. They're doing stuff over here that's illegal in America. I mean, but steroids and all that stuff, it's nothing. It's commonplace, right?
They can inject you even
outside. The first time we worked out in Sikihor, what did we see?
Injections.
The minute we walked in, I mean, it's out in the open. Yeah. The guy's injecting him in the thigh with something. And I'm like, wow. Hey, Kevin Hill, thanks for that super chat. He says, peace and blessings to you both. I enjoy your content. Just appreciations. I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much. I want to hear just a little. I want y'all to hear a little bit more from the Filipino, a real Filipino, not the ones who have channels and want you to click on them and stuff. She has no channel. I asked her to do me a favor, just, to be on the videos every now and then, only if she feels like it, only if it's something comfortable that she can talk to without being scripted. Okay? Excuse me. Kenneth Graves says, listen to Calvin. I love that relationship frame. Yeah, it's true. It is an unspoken agreement when you first meet. But as you become a couple like we have, and we've been together for 4 years, it's more of taking on roles. There's clearly defined lines over here, right?
Yeah.
There's certain things you want me to do, right? Which is what? What do you want me to do? I mean, you can tell them without looking. You want me to pay the bills, right?
Of course.
Okay. And
but first the first we met, I never asked you anything for that.
That's why they call it unspoken, Marilyn.
That's right. Then you just only directly, already what you
already know.
You already know what you need to do.
But it turns into something different. The unspoken agreement is when you first meet. Okay, it's when your first, few months together or whatever. When you start living together, then you see the traditional woman of, the traditional ways of Filipinos. Okay. Now, I told them one time, I said, Filipinos, they want to know if you can fight. And guys didn't believe me, but isn't that true? Don't you want to know if I can protect you if something happens? Tell them. I already know.
Because
I'm saying, you tell me that when I'm not here, you can't sleep.
Of course, because
I'm your protector.
We overthink too much because that's the other thing that we can't sleep.
Yeah, but I'm saying, do you want a man who can protect you?
Of course. Who's woman don't want a man that can protect
Well, how can a guy come over and protect you if he's old, out of shape? These guys, they're not listening to me. They think that it's all about money. At the end of the day, it is, but there's some things in between there, guys. If the young Filipino man comes up and disrespects your woman, what are you going to do? You can't do nothing. You're on a cane. You can't see. You're out of shape. You know. And then, believe it or not, the woman's going to lose a lot of respect for you after that. You know, because part of your position as a man over here is to be the protector. Booby, stop. Say, shh. Be quiet. Okay. Okay. And she said something that I've been trying to tell y'all all the time. You know, but y'all knew it's already. But I like what a Filipina said. She said, "Some just want to use a foreign man just to get a visa." You know women like that, right?
Of course.
Yeah, I know some of her friends that are like that. They want you to get them the visa because they got a man already over there, but he's afraid to come to the Philippines, right?
Yeah.
So, you know, because you have to come to the Philippines. When you apply for that K1, I can only speak for K1. You have to have, when you apply that, when you apply for the K1, you have to have seen the woman within 2 years of you filing that K1. And a lot of guys are afraid to come over here. So what the Filipina will do, she'll get one of y'all to do it who aren't afraid. She'll give you some for 2 weeks so you can run back and do that. So when she gets over there, she can run off and be with the man who she really wants to be with. Man, you know, we got to walk a mile in their shoes. We don't know the struggle over here. But how hard is it over here?
But you all need to be vigilant, though, because not all the women, they're really into you. They just only use some of women, they're just only using you for what they want, for what they really prosper with, like visa. They can use you to bring her to the States or whatever country you had. Yeah. That's what some of Filipinos like that. We're not really we are not all real. We're just only some of you are some woman using you.
Yeah, but most Filipinos are real.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
That's why I say we don't get lucky, we get unlucky. Most of the women you meet over here are going to be good women. So how would I know if a Filipina's not really into me? What's she going to do? She's not going to want to, it's not going to be my birthday every day.
Well, it's
how would I know?
Because a Filipina, she can give herself just to get what she wants. She's trying, you can tell because she's trying, she's not going to show you what she's really want from you.
Wow.
You can only see that when she's already got what she wants.
Yeah.
That's all, because she's not, she's not really the, come on, go there. She's not like that. She's gonna put you here in the basket. When you're already in the basket and she already got what she wants, okay, that's the time that she's not into you because she's going somewhere or she's going what she wants to do.
Well, thank you, because I told them that already. I said, when you take the woman over there to America, once she gets that 10-year green card and she don't need you anymore, you're gonna know who she is then. Right? No. Or the house and lot, or whatever it is she's trying to get from you. Once she gets it, you're gonna know what you got. You're not gonna know because Filipinos are patient. This whole society teaches you the way of patience. Right. You can tell a new guy over here, he's going crazy, right?
Yeah.
Going up and down. He can't stand in line. Mm-hmm. But then Filipinos know what you have.
We have a really big patience. Because that's what the culture is.
The Gamma Effect, thanks for that super chaser. Cal, USA say Peanut only want us for money and the visa. Yeah, that's the reputation they have. But remember, a lot of the people who say that Gamma Effect, they've never been over here before. There's more Marylands than scammers. I would say 100 to 1. But you can find the Marylands if you take your time. There are women over here who only want your money and the visa. And Maryland's right. You'll never know the difference until she gets the money and the visa. Then you're going to know. Travis Gibson said, Brother Cal, you have to record an audible version of your book. Audible books generate more money than hardcore or Kindle. Yeah, thanks, man. Now, you're the third person that told me that. And you can ask Marilyn. Anytime 3 people tell me something, I tell Mr. Universe, right?
Yeah.
So I'm going to do that. We're going to go to Dumageddon. And because I'm pretty sure Dumageddon has a studio. Rule number 4, he says, don't invest if you don't own. Well, I think we're all investing in women. He said, Marilyn, what do Filipinos really want?
I always say that.
But what do they really want, though? I mean, from a foreigner. Okay, well, you already said it. Here it is. It says, a better life, which I asked, so what is a better life? Tell us that again. What's a better life?
Well, we need a good man who a provider to us. Once a good man is a provider, a kind-hearted, that's a better life for us. Because,
that your bills is paid.
That's
a
right.
Better place to live.
When you have a provider, man,
excuse me.
He gonna pay everything, the bills, and he can whatever needs in this house. You gonna
you're gonna take care of
it. Take care of it.
Unlimited rice, because I buy a 25 kilo sack of rice every month. Just to take the worry off of her is what we do. But okay, these guys think I just be talking. When we first met, when we were together before Booby was born, we rented, right?
Yeah.
We never even talked about buying a house and lot. That was never the discussion. It was only when Booby was born did we start talking about that, guys. I'm not just telling you something. Stop investing money over here in women you're not married to and you don't have children with. I mean, how simple is that? I mean, that's common sense. You wouldn't do that at home. Why are you doing it here? I don't get it, man. You just, I don't understand what would make you do that. But it happens more. Most of the foreigners you see over here building houses and stuff like that, they're not married to the woman. They don't have kids.
Yeah.
So it's easy for me to point that out. I just want to know why. Mike Lattimore says, Calvin, if you have a criminal record, can you get in the Philippines? If you have a passport, a valid passport, with at least 6 months before it expires, you can get in the Philippines. They don't do an extra criminal background check.
I think they're gonna check your FBI and whatever.
No, they don't. Not when you come over to the Philippines, because if that's the case, a lot of these pedophiles wouldn't get in here. The only time that comes up is if the United States or Germany's looking for somebody, and they notify the Philippine authorities and say, "Hey, he's a pedophile." Then they'll put him out. But nobody's ever stopped you there. When they run that passport, it's not a criminal.
When you get a passport there in your there's no FBI?
No, they're not looking. A criminal record's not going to stop you from getting a passport. Now, if you owe child support, a certain amount, that may stop you. But he said to get into the Philippines. Once you got your passport, you in here. If you're an American, you get 30 days.
What happened to you?
Jake Curl says, what if y'all married and you take her to the States? Well, the minute you take her to the States, she's going to have that green card already. That's the big difference. Okay? And it's not going to be any different. I mean, they can run off from you over there if they're going to run off, man. I'm just saying, before you make a big move like that, get to know the woman the best you can, man. You can't do that in 2 weeks, 6 weeks, 6 months. You just can't do it. A lot of us are doing that simply because we're lonely. We're desperate. The Filipinos doing okay over here, really. If you got a woman over here, that's a big red flag if she's trying to rush you into getting a visa and all that, get married, get a visa, bring her over. But Filipinos, they can do okay over here already. They've been doing it their whole life. Joe Wilkins said, do most Filipinos stray? I'm going to let Marilyn answer that. Kenneth Gray says, are COVID guidelines still in effect or removed? They're removed. Okay. The Gamma fact says, I think prison time stops the passport. No, it doesn't. I had a guy who's one of my best friends. He spent 19 years in prison for robbery years ago. He's older than me. He's been sober 24 years now. He got a passport. He thought the same thing. Yeah, Grand Free Life says, it took me 60 years to create wealth and $9,000 per month pension. I'm the prize in any country. You're going to be the prize anywhere, but specifically here, we're talking about here. I don't care what anybody says, man, because y'all don't know the struggle over here. That's the reason I tell you you're the prize. They can put on the front and all the airs they want on social media. When you boots on the ground over here and you see the real struggle, you'll understand why you're the prize. And you'll understand why you got to stand on 2 feet, man, and be the man and call the shots and say this is the way it's going to be or it's not going to be anyway. Okay? Once you get married and all of that and you become legally obligated, then you can start doing all that other stuff. But when you come over here, man, you guys buying houses and lots and stuff for women you're not even married to. Half of them are married. You don't have kids by them. I mean, it's just stupid, man. There's no need for you to do that, man. Steve says the booby like rice. Not really. I think like you, Cal, I can probably eat chicken, adobo, and rice every day. Sounds like my normal Caribbean food. But see, remember, rice has very little nutritional value. They eat rice in places like this because it fills you up. So you come over here and they have a big pile of rice and a little bitty piece of fish around it. The rice is going to fill you up. Then they drink a lot of water over here. This is what I learned from Filipinos. See, because one thing that's admirable about the children here, the children drink water. I'm trying to get it was like hell trying to get my children to drink water in America because they're used to juice, Kool-Aid, pop, but they'll drink water over here. Edwin Vega says, Calvin, I may look in the Caribbean or Latin America for a wife. I thought felons could not travel out there. I guess that's not true. I know you can't go to Canada anyway. Well, if you got a passport, man, that's what gets you into these countries. It's not your criminal record, unless you're on the do not fly list or something like that. But if you can get a passport, you can travel. You know how much time and effort and expense it would cost a country to not only have immigration, but then have a criminal background check right there too? They're not going to do it. That's why these criminals are able to get into the Philippines and other countries first. Then their country comes after them and says, hey, you know, I saw where he swiped that passport. He's over in the Philippines. We want him over here for extortion or running a Ponzi scheme or whatever. They get in here first. Then they get them.
You still need me or not?
Well, yeah, he wants you to answer one question because we're almost ready to get off anyway. He says, wait. He says, do most Filipinos stray even when their needs are met? But you said you're faithful, right?
Yeah, we're faithful.
So Filipinos are faithful.
Yeah, once we fall in love.
Yeah, and your needs are being met.
Yeah.
You're not going to fool around.
The woman is easy to fall in love when you give what she wants. You know, you provide what she wants. You know.
So why do the women fool around here? They're not satisfied with the man.
Like that. Some of them, they're not satisfied, especially about sex. You know, when the man is old, then of course, then she's young. You know, Filipina really wants intimate,
Yeah,
something
intimacy,
like that.
yeah. But if the old man is able to do that, they're not going to stray, right?
No.
That's usually when they stray. If he can't do it anymore.
But some of them, looking for a Filipino man.
Well, they already have him. He's on the side. And you'll never know, because that's what's going on with a lot of guys over here. But I don't get involved in that. I don't pull their coattails and say, hey, man, she's got a Filipino boyfriend already. I'm not going to do that. It's not for me to do, and that could probably get you killed over here. I'm not going to get in the way of some woman's hustle over here because it don't cost much to get you killed over here. Hell, if she wants to have a 4 a.m., that's her business. I just wanted to let you know it's a 4 a.m. You probably got a 4 a.m. on your back. Okay, but we've got the 4F, guys. Remember, and I'm coming out with the video. 18 to 40. Married, single, and naughty. We're going to find you, feed you, fuck you, and forget you. That's our 4F. That's our answer to the 4M. That's going to keep the Filipino woman honest. Now she's going to be in her head. Does he really have money? Is he just, feeding me and fucking me so he can throw me away later on? See? So don't get involved with these old guys if you're trying to do the 4M. Because he's taking a few prescriptions. They thinking they're going to get one foot in there and I'm going to wait till he dies. No, we got the 4F for them guys. We're going to play her. We're going to use that 4M against her because we're healthy, man. We're strong. We may outlive her. But one thing is for sure, we're going to get her in her prime when she's young, right in her prime, guys. So we're going to use it against her. But yeah, I want to thank you, Marilyn, for coming on here for, just today. I just wanted her to share a few things. And if she gets more comfortable, I'll bring her back. Because y'all guys think I'll just be talking. It's true, man. The woman you're chatting with now, if you've never been to the Philippines before, she's chatting with 3 or 4 other men because she's not sure if you coming. She wants somebody that's going to come, right?
Yeah.
That's why y'all on there. What's the point of dating a foreigner unless you're going to be like that guy that sent 20 million pesos over here? But what's the point if you're not going to come over here? They want you to come over here because they know once you get here, now you're eligible for the visa. You can apply for the visa. Okay.
Visa.
Yeah. Or any of the visas.
The woman is a big smile.
Yeah, she's a big smile. Yeah. She'll do everything. Y'all don't understand the struggle over here. Filipinos are not different than anybody else. It's just the circumstances. They're doing the best they can under the circumstances. You put anybody else in that situation, they're going to act the same way. Okay, but the circumstances over there benefit the Filipino. The circumstances over here benefit us. We didn't create them. I'm not apologizing for them because that's all I needed was better circumstances there. I wouldn't be here. And just like Merlin said, if the Filipino man could provide for her and give her the life that I could, she wouldn't want me. She wants a Filipino man. Okay, but the circumstances says he can't do it. Right. And if you want to really know the struggle, don't look at the woman over here because they can dress up. They can go to the okay, buy some 20 peso jeans with a 20 peso top, put on some makeup, get their hair done, nails done, and look like $1 million. Look at the man. If you want to know the struggle over here, you look at him. You're going to see he doesn't have a pussy. He's not on the dating site. There's no dating site for Filipino men, really, where they can get on there and foreign women are trying to bring them over to America and all of that. See? That's the only reason, that's the only way you're going to really understand the woman you with. You got to look at the man. They're the same. They're grown out of the same soil over here. You're only fooling yourself. To think, oh, she's so special. Well, my Filipino's different. No, they're the same, man. The ones who are different are the red flags. Everybody else is the damn same. So thank y'all so much for stopping by again. What did he say? Okay. Get your line music home, says Calvin. The man don't have a P. Really? Well, I'm just saying, this is the reason why the woman's able to come up the way she is over here a lot quicker than the man. The man has to get real creative, become a seaman, a nurse. You know, there's guys, look at the engineer, use his education, you know, use his, you know, his mind to build him a life over here. There's a lot of men to do that, but I'm talking about the masses of men. The only difference between them and the woman is the woman's got the pussy, and that's what we want. So we fly 8,000 miles for it. Put her on a pedestal, give her pensions, give her a house and lot and everything like that, not realizing that there's 10,000 other women that will give you the pussy too. You need to take your time and find out, okay, which woman has more in common with me? Which one is more trustworthy? Since they're all going to give you the pussy, which one is more honest? That's the one you want. So thank y'all so much for stopping by. Really appreciate it. Remember, come to the meet and greet. We're leaving in the morning.
Yeah.
Going to Cebu. We'll be at the Morning Glory Grill on Sunday. Starts at 12. I usually get there around 11:30. Okay. It's also my birthday. I'm going to have a little live stream early on just to say, hey, I'm 60 officially. And then we'll go over to the meet and greet. Come on out, guys. If you're in Cebu, you know, if we don't get that new, if we don't get that damn weather, it doesn't look like it. The sun is shining, but the weather can change like a dime over here. But let's hope that it holds off for that. If you haven't went on Amazon already, man, download that book, man. Thank y'all so much for your support with that. It encourages me to continue writing. Hey, Michael Alexander said, thanks, M. Look, I love John said, happy 60th, Cal. Thank you. AC Knight said, look at David Campbell. What's going on with David Campbell? People have been talking about him on my channel lately. I don't get it. Is he okay? Is he still, you know, among the living? As long as that, he got a chance. But okay, guys, take care. Thanks again, Merlin. You want to say goodbye to everybody?
Bye, everyone.
If she gets more comfortable on here, I'll bring her back. I know you're not. Because she has a lot more to say than what she's saying, but she says her English. And I said, well, hell.
When you have a good woman, just keep it.
Yeah. Yeah, if you find a good one over here, yeah.
Just keep it.
It's okay, but that doesn't mean buy her a house a lot.
No.
Because you can give her a better life without spending all your hard-earned money.
No, because I have a friend too that she don't matter about what the man
gives her. Yeah, she just wants a good man.
Yeah. Then she's a good woman. And he's lucky.
Yeah, well, no, she's lucky.
No, he is lucky too because the woman, my friend, is
okay, so why doesn't she date a Filipino then if she don't care that he has money?
Because you don't know. What if it's her first time?
Oh, first man.
Yeah.
So she never had a Filipino.
She never have a Filipino.
Oh, okay. Well, that's still. Why would you want to date a man that lives 8,000 miles away? Are they here together? They're together.
They're together.
Okay, well, that's a big difference.
See?
Okay, Larry Lindsay says raining in Cebu a little bit. Are you here, Larry? Are you coming to the meet and greet, man? Oh, Scott says, appreciate you, Cal. God bless. Happy 60th. Take care, y'all. I'm sorry I can't play the song today. But maybe we'll come up with a good one. Okay, everybody. Take care. Oh, what? I'm getting ready to mess up. See, this is YouTube. I have a hard time with this damn YouTube.